Hello everybody, welcome back to JuJu's Journey. If you're new here, I'm JuJu and this is my channel that I started almost a year ago. It's crazy. I think I started it like in May or June of last year. And I was so nervous. I'm still nervous, but it's my journey. And today I'm going to be honest and show you exactly how much I've saved so far in 2026, living on just $3,000 a month. My husband passed away 1 year, almost 5 months ago, 1 year, 5 months ago. And it just sent me in a financial tizzy. Like, I was so afraid. I was nervous. I didn't know how I was going to do life like this on my own. And it's hard, and I'm going to be completely honest. I mean, it's the hardest thing that I've ever had to imagine doing. But today is May 1st, and I thought, I'm stuffing $5 every week into some envelopes, and it's just not really, it just looks monotonous. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to sit down today and give myself a win. Because when you do a zero-based budget, you basically spend your money before it hits your checking account. And that means you're paying for future Christmas gifts or future birthday gifts or your future taxes, future car insurance, house insurance, future medical bills, future, savings in case something happens. I mean, you're spending your money on a lot of stuff. But it's a mentality. You could just take this money and stick it in your savings account. But if you're like me, and I would imagine most like everybody else, you might be able to look at your savings account and say, oh, wow, we have X amount of money in our savings account. We can afford to go do that. And then when those big ticket items hit, then you've already spent the money. So it only makes sense to me. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. I wish I'd started this program or this mentality in my 20s. I only started it 2 years ago. Well, I started it January 2025. My husband passed away December 2024. And I wish I had started it early in our marriage. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. An absolute no-brainer. And if y'all were young and you just happened to chance by this video, take advice from an old woman, 58-year-old woman, that you need to do this. So we're going to start off looking at what I've saved in this binder. This is my binder that holds my children and my grandchildren. This is their Christmas money and their birthday money. Okay? So I'm going to look, and I've already had one birthday this year, but only one that I've had to pull from. But I'm not going to count that. I'm only going to count the cash I have on hand, okay? So we've got 80. And I'm just going to go through and I'm looking at my sheets in the back. The most important thing in my journey is keeping tracker sheets. And I went ahead and totaled them up for my cash stuffing because it's easier to do that ahead of time. And so I really only have 80 if you saw 85. Now we're going to do my children. These are my grandchildren. So we'll total that up, okay? So 80 times 5 equals $400. See? You would never have thought that, would you? Okay, so for this child, these children, now it's husband and wife. And this one only have 35, but that's the one that had, 30. That's the one that had the birthday already. And it was a boy, so I only had to spend 50. All of these should have about the same. And then the last one. So I can go, oh, that's not right. I can go 80 times 4 plus 30. $350. $350. So I'm going to total those two up. For my children and my grandchildren, I have saved in 4 months, 4 complete months, $750 for Christmas and birthday. I would say that's pretty awesome. What do you think? And that's only stuffing $5 a week in each of their envelopes. But that's only in 4 months. So I have 8 more months. So if I continue that, $750 times 3, that's $2,250. That's not bad for a person who lives on a $3,000 a month budget. Remember this, guys, $3,000. And I've already been able to save that for my birthdays and Christmas for my children. And next we'll go into this binder. This is the one that, in my opinion, is the one that gives me the most anxiety. This is the one that scares the living daylights out of me. Being a single person and not having, and starting over at the age of 58. Because these are the bills that hit your pockets like no other. And these are also the most important things you kind of need to be saving for. I mean, Amazon Prime and tax prep shouldn't really be on this in this binder, but I didn't move them. I'm just going binder by binder, okay? So, house insurance, I have saved $910. Car insurance, $640. House taxes, $425. Car taxes, let's see, $320. Pets and vet, $140. And we've talked about that. That's going to have to be a little bit higher. Emergency, $80. Savings, $80. Medical, $80. Car maintenance is $35. House maintenance is $80. Month ahead is $40. Tax prep has got $20. And 0 for Amazon Prime. Okay, so let's give this a total and see what that total turns out to be. Are y'all ready? Drum roll, please. Okay. Okay, so here we go. 910, 640, 425, 320, 140, 80, 80, 80 again, 35, 80, 40, and 20. Wow, that's pretty awesome. I have saved $2,850 in 4 months for things that normally would just kick me in my butt, you know? Because my house insurance, I pay it once a year. But that's a big number. It's like $3,000, right? Let me see what I have on here. For house insurance, it's like $3,600. I haven't even saved in 4 months for all of these major bills to even pay for my house insurance. See, that makes me nervous. I shouldn't have even thought about it. Oh, see what I'm saying? If I did not do this process in 4 months, I have barely saved enough money just to cover my house insurance for next year. Although it's not due until February 2027. But let's just see, with these 2 pages, plus $750. $3,600. Yes, I have saved enough money with my birthday, kids' birthday and Christmas gifts, and everything else just to cover my house insurance. If that puts that in perspective. But what a dent I've made, you know? I'm excited. I have saved $910. Okay, so now we're going to get to the part that's very important in your budget planning. You do have to live. Like, you can't just, like, I mean, you have to have a life, right? 5th week I have not started yet. But the 5th week for me is basically that 5th week that creeps up several times a year. And I only stuff my envelopes once a week. Once a week. So I usually set my budget up on a 4-week budget planning system. And I need for that 5th week when it slips in, just like it's going to do in May, I need it to slip in and just have enough money to live on that week without stuffing envelopes. Like, just take a break from cash stuffing for 1 week, but save enough money to stuff my cash wallet, if that makes any sense. So, anyway, vacation. Let's see. And I have already used vacation once. I had to start over. I've already spent $560, so it does pay off, okay? The vacation has got $130. Entertainment has got $80. Adventure has $130. No, $120. This is the special gift for my daughter, and she's got $60. Personal care's got $80. Wish list has $40. Clothes has $40. Lawn and garden has $40. Gifts has $40. Easter has $0. I've already used that Easter money. Thanksgiving has $40. Christmas has $40. Christmas child $0. Fire department $0. And monthly giving $0. Because I have not started saving for those categories yet. Okay. So let's see how much this is going to total up to be. So let's see. Let's clear out our calculator. And we go 130 plus 80, 120, 60, 80, 40, 40, 40 again, and 40 one more time. And then plus 40 one more time. And then 40 once again. So that turns out to be $710. Okay, $710. And then we're going to come back and grab these totals. $2,850. And then that one last total, let's see what that is. $750. Okay, let's see what we have saved in 4 months. Okay, I'm breathing hard, y'all. Plus, I've already got 710 on there, plus 2,850. Okay, I am so excited. $4,310. Angela Jordan, JuJu, saved for my future, with only $3,000 a month. Only $3,000 a month. In 4 months, I have saved $4,310 to be able to use on my future bills. For my Easter lunch, or my Thanksgiving dinner, my Christmas dinner, my children's birthday and Christmas gifts, planning my future vacation, planning a little small adventure, a special gift for my daughter, personal care whenever I need to go buy something. I already have it at my fingertips. I don't have to think, oh my gosh, if I spend this money, is it going to not allow me to pay my bills? Because, I'm paying all of my living expenses out of this money as well. My electricity, my water, my health insurance, everything that I do, my gas money, my food money, everything that I do is also coming out of the $3,000 a month. And with all of my bills and all of my everything it takes to live, I have been able to tuck away $4,310 in only 4 months. Oops, that's an L. With only 4 months. Only 4 months, y'all. I am so proud of myself. May not be much for a lot of you, but this is like basically sticking $5 back towards things, Like I can go now and buy my best friend a gift for her birthday coming up, and by the time her birthday gets here, I've got 5, 10, 15, 20. That will be $60 in gifts. I can go buy her a good birthday gift only by stuffing $5 a week. Thanksgiving, I can already buy a turkey, y'all. Last year, I was so upset when I sat down and talked to my financial advisor. I just told him I want to be able to afford to buy a turkey. I want to buy a turkey for Thanksgiving without having to worry. Christmas, same difference. But by the time Christmas and Thanksgiving get here, I can go and help contribute to buy food for us to have a wonderful family gathering without having to worry. And it's all by stuffing $5 stinking a week into an envelope. And I'm not keeping all of this cash. I'm keeping some of it here at the house. But when it gets to a certain amount, I am taking that cash and I'm putting it into my Ally savings account. Watching all of these people on YouTube, they all recommended a high yield savings account. And I did that. And I started out putting, I don't know how much money I have in it now. It's growing, because I did start back over from a zero balance in January. But I do have savings left over from last year. So my Ally account's growing. And I think I made like $35 interest interest last month because it's a high yield savings account. And I will definitely put that link in my description because I do recommend this. It has buckets, so you can set up your buckets. And I have all of my buckets set up, like for my Thanksgiving, Christmas. You know, basically my, well, I mean, like, basically my buckets are for my, like the most important down to the nitty gritty, you know? You don't have to have, entertainment, adventure, and vacation. You know what I'm saying? You can make one bucket for that. But you can have buckets for separate your money so you can set your goal too. And so you can also look at your app and see what's going on there as well. And all you do is put a placeholder. Let me show you what a placeholder is. I'll do this. A placeholder is so simple. It still gives you the importance of what you're doing here. But like, this is my placeholder. I made a JuJu sticker. And that's money that I ordered off of Amazon. Of course, it's fake. And I put a sticker on it so I don't get confused. But I have $500, $650 right this minute sitting in a high yield savings account earning interest off of this money that I'm saving. And then when this adds up, I'm going to go in and consolidate, and I'm going to put all of this money into my Ally account. And it is so simple to set up. So simple. That's one of the best decisions I've made. And I have placeholders in a lot of these. You know, that's a $100 placeholder. But I won't go through and show you all of that. But I definitely will put my Ally link in the description and let you go look at it. It didn't take much to sign up for it. I did put in my banking information, which I wasn't nervous about because there were too many YouTubers that are trusted that recommended it. You know, and Ally is a bank that's been around for a very, very long time. So what I do is I just put my money in my checking account at my local bank, and then I go on my Ally app, and I just transfer money from my bank in Hartsville, and it goes into my Ally account. And then whenever I need it back to pay for, let's say, my car insurance next year or my house insurance, I'm just going to, a few days before it's due, I'm going to transfer that money that I need back into my checking account. And then I'm going to go pay my bill. It's that easy. So I love it. I'm definitely going to do that. But I am blown away, y'all. I hope y'all were as blown away as I am. If you're on a very tight fixed income and you're like me starting over, like living on your own, do you know how much financial security this gives me? It gives me, I don't know, it just gives me so much security. I cannot believe I've saved that much money. That much money. And I'm so proud of myself. Proud, proud, proud. I may not be doing everything right, but I'm doing a lot of things right. You get what I'm saying? And this journey has been the hardest journey of my life. The hardest. I don't wish it on anyone, but unfortunately, we're all going to have a journey similar to this. And I'm here to tell you that you can do it. It's very doable. It's hard, but you can do it. And I think the hardest thing for me has been the post-stress traumatic syndrome, like not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow and just feeling like if I can't control what's going on around me, I can at least control this, or I want to try to control this. And I can. If I put, I mean, some of my children, I will admit, she's coming around. It's just one of them. She thinks it's so stupid that I sit there and stuff money in an envelope. But yet she's young. She's just learning. I mean, she's 26, but I mean, she has her first real job, and she's the one that just got married. So she's going to figure it out, She's just like, just put it in your savings account at the bank. And I'm like, I am. Where do you think it's going? But if you have a relationship with your money and you can see it and touch it and feel it, and you watch that just by not spending my money and swiping that card, I was able to save $4,310 so I can breathe. I can actually breathe when my bill comes due in February, because I can go and pull that cash out of the bank and say, here you go. Here's my payment. Yes, I live like a crazy woman because I only have $3,000 to pay all of my bills, and all of my bills, like my car taxes and my house taxes. And, I do want to be able to buy a special gift every now and again. And I do want to buy my children Christmas gifts. And I do want to be able to adopt a child for Christmas and make sure they have wonderful things, Anyway, I'm also going to start working my honey off on my eBay store, because I need to get that up, because I have more dreams than this, but I can at least breathe. So tell me how much you've been able to save this year. I would love to hear. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have more money than that each month, and a lot of people have less money. Give me ideas on things that you're doing and how you're doing saving money. I need to hear it. And then plus this community, we need to have a good community to build each other up. They need tips of how to do this. And I'm just starting this journey. I'm new. So I'm not an expert. But like I said, if I can do it, you definitely can do it. And, this may not be a lot for some people. But for me, this is definitely security. It's just security for my future. It's my security. And that's all I can say is my reality. Stuffing envelopes and trying to feel like I'm going to be okay for tomorrow. So, anyway, we can do this, guys. I'm living proof. I saved $4,310 in 4 months. You can do it too. We can do it together. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to leave you with this. May the Lord bless you and protect you, and may the Lord smile down on you and be gracious to you. And may the Lord show you his favor and give you his peace. And that's number 624 through 26. And I'm excited. Give me a thumbs up, please, and leave me a comment. I would love to hear how you guys are doing on your journey. And subscribe. I'm almost at 80 subscribers. I think I was at 77. And I started out last week, I think at 70 or 72. So I'm slowly growing, but my goal is my next big goal is 100. But if I can get to 80, that would make me happy too. But anyway, God bless you. God keep you. And y'all have a great day. And we will definitely touch base again. I just thought this was going to be a fun little video to see how my life was going. And I'm ecstatic. I'm very ecstatic. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm very proud of myself. I'm proud. Anyway, y'all have a good day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.